hope lots of new people will come and people will become Christians for the first time. We were really excited that about half a dozen or more children last year asked to take a book that helped them think through what it means to become a Christian, and that was really exciting. But as well as welcoming new people, we want it to be a place where we grow in depth, where we move on in our own spiritual journey, where we see new things about Jesus. We look round and see the church busy at work and stand in awe of that and get excited about it. So we want to grow in size and in depth as well. Next one, Henry. How are we going to do that? There are 3 key things. Fun is the first one. Who thinks Holiday Club is fun? Oh yeah, great. So there are dens to decorate and call home. Everyone will have their own place to be. There's a gunge tank, which I realise not everyone's keen on, and I apologise, but you only go in the gunge tank if you want to, and you don't go in the gunge tank because you've become last in the game. The game is separate from who goes in the gunge tank. It isn't because you're the loser, and that's quite important. There is a zip wire that brings the parrot in with the memory verse, and I think children really like that. I recently went and did What's at St Andrew's Church for Dragon School, and there was a child there as I threw up the pictures of this who went, "I've been there. It had pirates, and there was a gunge tank, and there was a parrot that came in." The rest of the class sort of blinked a bit of like, "Oh, right, okay." Yes, it was Holiday Club. What else did you do? There were stories from the Bible, and we got to play football, and there were really good biscuits. I was like, he is the best advert for Holiday Club we have ever had. It was beautiful to see. There will be a drama. Zipporah is busy working out what that will look like, and there are lots of different activities. I've been at holiday clubs before where it's now craft time and you've all got to do the craft, and the 8-year-old boys actually wanted to be doing football. And then there was we're all going outside now to play football on the grass, and the 7-year-old girls really weren't that fussed. So we have choosing time, and it's chaotic and a bit scary, but they all go and choose the thing that they would like to do because that is more funner. There is great storytelling and explaining. There are jokes, which is always good fun. And each den is encouraged to come up with a song or a chant or I can't think of what, a moment, a presentation about their den, what it's called, and what they're learning. That's really good fun. Anything else I've forgotten off my list that you want to throw in now? Arthur and I do Lego Club. We've been to the Lego shop today. It was like my best thing so far in July, and I've had a really good July, but that was good. Right, okay, yeah, there's an even Lego, Arthur. I thought it might be fun to say, make a jungle. Here's a jungle we've started, add to the jungle, make a jungle. Okay, next one, Henry. Friendship. Now, friendship is also key. Fun and friendship are vital for nearly all children's work and probably definitely youth work as well. There are lots of times to hang out and chat with small children, particularly as they arrive and as they leave, and whilst you're doing bouncy castle duty and hanging out on the football sideline and busy around. But when we know people's names and when we hang out and chat and ask, are you having fun? Are you all right? What's been your favourite thing today? Good things happen. Children are encouraged to come with a friend, so lots of them will. Lots of team have asked to be with friends, and we've tried to accommodate that as best we can. That's a nice thing about Holiday Club. But time to play and make and do and be and being kind and joining in all help grow friendships. And a survey was done about what helps faith stick as children grow up. And the survey of the sort of young people in their 20s, actually, like, you're a Christian, what was it for you? They all talked about, my church back home was a place where my name was known and I felt I belonged. And so if we can build that through the friendships we build at Holiday Club, what a great thing we're doing for Jesus. So fun and faith, fun and friendship. The third one's faith. I've ruined my own punchline. Let's see if that bangs again. Fun and friendship help faith grow. And we've talked already about that not just being the 5 to 11-year-olds, but actually the little ones who are mini. They get to do lots of Holiday Club stuff too, but safely in the creche, coming out when it's not too scary to join in with other things. But also the grown-ups. We can learn new things and see stories in new ways and be excited by the discipleship that we see happening. Now, particularly for our youth, youth are a key part of Holiday Club. So if there is a youth person near you, smile at them and give them a thumbs up now. Because they work jolly hard at Holiday Club. They are often the guardians of what's been before because they know it better than the grown-ups. We forget too quickly and they don't forget. And it's their chance to try stuff out, have a go. And so as grown-ups, and I've tried to write this in the handbook, we need to enable and facilitate our youth to shine. So it's okay to say, do you want to do the story today? Do you want to read the Bible today? In the morning, do you want to come up with a game for that? Why don't you have a go at that? In order that they can see how you do it and copy the best bits and learn to do it for themselves. So it's sort of an apprenticeship model is what we're offering. Other things about growing faith. So Dan's going to do the teaching this year, and I suspect he will be around for a lot of the Holiday Club day, and he will be someone who will pop in and say, how's it going? Are you all right? And if there are issues and problems, then Dan would be a good person to talk to about those things. Equally, won't it be nice to be able to say, we did this fab thing in our den and that kid prayed for the first time? Those are good stories as well. I too will be wandering around like that. So I guess informally, a sort of a pastor. You will recognize that faith is built through worship and prayer and memory verses and Bible stories and testimony and seeing God's family at work. Faith is key. And whilst all of the fun and fellowship and faith are the sort of the outside bit. So we've described this before, whilst not appearing to be rude, that, a peanut M&M, you've got layers, haven't you, on the outside? The crunchy bit, that's fun. The chocolate, that's the fellowship and faith. But Jesus is the heart of it. Jesus is the peanut, right? No disrespect, Lord. That's why they're called peanut M&Ms, right? Because the peanut bit is the most important bit. There we go. Okay, so fun, faith, and fellowship, key, but we also need to be... Well done. Can you remember this from last year, Arthur? Oh, well, you've obviously done this kind of thing before. And so we've got 3 key things. We need to promote safety. If something is spilt, clear it up. If something's in the wrong place, put it in the right place. If something looks dangerous, move it, or ask someone else if they can move it. We need to promote safety. If there's a banana skin on the floor, get rid of it. If someone spilt cake crumbs everywhere, get a dustpan and brush. We're all capable of doing any of those things, and we need to stay safe. You will spot around church that there are some new little green boxes. That is to collect furry friends who aren't supposed to be on site. And so any swooping up of crumbs that we can do to encourage our furry friends to not be on site or get zapped by the green box would be good, I think. Promote safety. We will therefore be preventing problems, and we need to look out for everyone. We need to protect everyone. Now, if you are over 16, I think there is part of your commitment to being on team and having a space on team is that you need to do some safeguarding training. And I've still got a list of people that still need to do it. So if you're not sure if that's you, then you can ask. But that certificate and that half an hour of going through will help us look out for the children and young people on our team, and it's really important. It could be that for the first time ever, a child feels safe enough to say something about something that's happening at home or at school, something that's bad. They might make a disclosure to you. My mum hits me, or something else. It could be any number of things. And we need to make sure that we listen to that. We can't promise confidentiality, but we can listen. And we can say, thank you for telling me. I'm going to tell someone so we can help with this. It's important that you listen well, that you write down what they said, not what you think, not what you think they said, but as much of what they actually said. And then you need to tell someone who is more of a leader than you are. And that might be Dan, that might be me, that might be someone else who's on our staff team. It kind of depends the when and the how of the moment as to who's available for that. But we will treat that seriously, and we will seek to sort those things out. And that leader will pray with you and thank you for doing that. And that's the part that you play in helping to protect our children. That's really important. We have two very strict policies at Holiday Club. One is about phones. Who loves their phone more than chocolate? Oh, interesting. Great. Well, this will be fine then, because you'll be able to put them in your bag and it won't be a problem for the whole of Holiday Club. No phones, darling. And we also need to be really careful with photos. So there will be official cameras being used to take official photos throughout Holiday Club so that we can show everyone what we've done. But it's really important that we don't take photos ourselves. And things like the lists at the back, obviously there's lots of names on there. Yeah, great. Take a copy, take a photo of the children that are in your group, but don't share that. That is for you to use for the duration of this summer, and then it needs to be deleted. Instead, you could just write first names down in your handbook of like, I'm in this den with these team and these children, so that you can pray with them for the next few weeks. Another way that we stay safe is by wearing sensible things. There's always a lot of shifting and carrying, and we were conscious one year that someone in flip-flops was managing to cart round huge boxes and bits of Gunge Tank and realised that probably they should have had more sensible shoes on. So make sure you're wearing an outfit that is fit for this. I think last year I told you the story of the short skirt I wore once for school. And in the middle of my maths lesson, one of the children said, "My sister's got a skirt like that." And I said, "Oh, very good. Shall we do the like?" She shows everyone her knickers. Oh, right. I said, I'm trying very hard not to show you mine. She said, "No, I haven't seen them." Oh, my goodness me. Shall we do the maths now? So no short skirts is definitely the way forward for this one. Definitely the way forward. Yes. Well done. So we have got a stash of team T-shirts. In order to be friendly to the world, we've reused this batch of T-shirts for a few years anyway. Apart from the ones which were stained beyond recognition, they've been ditched. But the ones that have still got life in them, we are reusing, and we've added a few more in to make sure there's plenty. Now, if you're a bit squiffy about wearing a second-hand T-shirt, wear something else underneath. Make sure that's the top layer, especially if you're a teenager, because this means that when a parent looks at you or a member of the team looks at you and by mistake says, "What den are you in, darling? Shouldn't you be with the children?" You're not going to have that issue because yours says team on it, and they're going to go, "Oh gosh, that one looks a bit young, but clearly it's team because it's got a team T-shirt on." This is also part of the safeguarding, because as we look round the site, we'll know if someone's here who shouldn't be here, because they're not given out to everybody. And then afterwards, we'll want them back, please, and thank you. Okay, what's next? There is a page in your handbook that tells you what is next. Let's just whistle down this list so we've got it together. It's on page 9. So on Sunday the 16th, we clear out all the chairs after the 6 o'clock church service, and the congregation do that. And because of these gorgeous and wonderful blue stackable chairs, it takes about 15 minutes. What a delight. The following day, at 6 p.m., we'll gather for something a bit like this, but without the chairs. There'll be a final briefing, and then den leaders will be given a corner, some fabric, some string and some pegs, and a few other things, and they can make their den look like home. There's lots of knowledge to share about this and more information coming. There's also a bit in here somewhere where you'll be able to find that tells you what you need to supply. There you go, page 4. Page 4. So that's Monday evening. So 6 p.m. prayer and briefing. Then you make your dens, and then it's home time. If people are in the band or the actions team, possibly the drama team, then we might ask you to come earlier in the day and have a rehearsal. And we'll set up the stage in the afternoon, so that's done. It will be one of those moments where there's plenty to do, so if you're not sure, you just ask. Then the event runs from the Tuesday to the Friday. Don't come to church before 8, because otherwise Jason's here on his own with you and he shouldn't be. So don't come too early. There will be breakfast then at 8:30, which will be a hot drink if you like that, and a croissant. It's not a massive breakfast, but it is a little something to say thank you for your hard work. And then 8:45, we have a bit of a team meeting. Children arrive at 9:30, they leave at 12:30, then we gather again and we just run through, how's it gone today? What have we learned? Who can we pray for? And off you go, unless you are a teenager. And Carrie Hayward has organised an amazing programme of extra fun things for you in the afternoon, and that is on page 19. That's the provisional programme. So you need to talk to your parents about that for having permission to go and things, but there'll be more information along the way. On Friday, we have to reverse the entire process, and put the chairs back for Sunday church and pack away all the dens. So we ask people to stay till about 2 o'clock to help us with that. You might like to bring a packed lunch on the Friday. And then in the evening of the Friday, there is a barbecue, and that's for team families as necessary, and the children who've come and their families. There's usually 200 to 300 people, and it's a really lovely event of chatting about the fun that we've had, seeing the children play, and celebrating the week. The final chapter is on the Sunday, and there will be a 10 o'clock service for all of everybody. If you're on team and if you're still around, which we hope lots of you will be, then we would encourage you to wear your team t-shirt and sit with your den and help them join in. And that's always good fun too. That's what's coming next. Great, next one, Henry, which is hopefully going to say team chat. Beautiful. So I would really like den leaders to stay here and we'll chat to you a bit more. But if you are in the kitchen team, raise a hand. Can I encourage you to go with Vicky somewhere to find a corner to pray? She's pointing to the concourse. Yeah. Welcome team. Lovely. Is it just the two of you? Great. Well, you can have... Anne's done it before, so Brian, she'll tell you everything you need to know. That'll be great. Band. Kate, where do you want them? Parish room? Yeah. Band to the parish room. Den leaders here at the front, and I would encourage you to talk about what you're going to do, pray about it a bit, make sure you've written down everything you need to know, and wrap up, right? If you finished early and we're still going strong here, then packing away chairs a bit would help, but don't be too noisy. Yeah, see what you can do. All right? Does that make sense? Great. What were you going to say? A bit. Well, so Kate's gathering band people at the back. Vicky is gathering kitchen people out there. And I think everyone else is staying here, apart from Brian and Anne, because they're the welcome team and they'll find somewhere to sit and chat to. Yeah? Ready, steady, go. Kate's just said a very sensible thing, which I'd forgotten about. So at the moment, we've got some people who've got 2 jobs because they said, I'd like to be in a den, but I could also do drama or band or kitchen or something else. Now, as it stands at the moment, we've got space to accommodate that. But if extra people arrive on team, then we may get to a time where we say, actually, if you're in the band, you're just in the band. If you're in the drama team, you're just in the drama team. But for now, it looks as though we can mostly accommodate both things. So I'm telling you that now, so it's not a surprise if it does happen. But it feels as though at the moment, we can mostly do what we've got written up there. All right? Great. Thanks. Billy, no, mates. Hey, Ruth. Yeah, den leaders are at the front here. Okay. Well, why don't you come with the dens for now? We'll sort the drama team stuff out you're welcome to join us in and pray and listen to this bit, or you can head off. The choice is yours. Great. Bye. See you later. Great. Yes, we'll do that. Stick with the den leaders for now. Den leaders, can you all come to the front so I don't have to shout, and then I'll stop using this because I don't think we need to live stream this bit, Henry. Thank you for the people who've watched this online.
I'll turn it off. Thank you.